Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie. I'm the On Point Stitcher and I am so glad you're here. I'm excited to be here. It's been more than a hot minute since I've made a floss tube. I feel like I've forgotten how. I did try to do some floss misses. I didn't get as many as I wanted to, but we can talk about that later. So I have missed you guys incredibly. I'm so glad you're here. I know some of you have been wondering if I was going to come back to Flosstube, and I never wanted to step away. I just unfortunately had to due to health, and I'm still kind of trying to get back into the hang of things, and I still have some studying for some licensing to come up, and so I'm not all the way 100% back on all my stitchy time, but I have the day off work today and the kids are at school, and I could not resist pulling everything out. Well, it's not, I don't know, it's a good amount. It's not a ton, it's not a little, but I could not resist pulling things out and sharing with you all what I have for finishes and where I am. I don't think I'll be including previous picture photos because it's been so long. I don't even know where I'm at or where you guys have seen some things last, and some things I have worked on, and some of it was a new start, and I have like a page or two on it already. So anyway, let's go ahead. Thank you for being here. I am so glad you're here. Welcome. To any of you returning, a big, huge thank you to any of you returning. I know I have been gone for a very long time, and I truly appreciate you coming back to my channel. And for those of you that are new, thank you for stopping by. I have been mentioned in some floss misses and some floss tubes lately that I don't even feel worthy of being mentioned, because you all have been so kind and loving, and I miss you all so much, and it's just nice to be back. So let's go ahead and start with some finishes. I have a fully finished object. It's called Baby Mandrake. This is for my sister, and I got this from Etsy, and I finished this. I know you guys saw this sometime last year. I finished this last year, and it was supposed to be for her birthday, and I could not find a frame that I liked. And this last weekend I was in Michael's, and I had the piece with me, and I just went through all the frames and it was like, I don't know, the 5th or 6th time I've done that, and I finally found one that I thought complemented the colors of the piece itself. So this is done on 28 count Monaco, coffee tea dyed by myself. I followed the Stitching with the Housewives tutorial on how to do that, and I love it. It is so easy and fun, but I did this 2/2. There are some specialty stitching moments in there where, you know, you have to do some of those half stitches, quarter stitches, all that good stuff, but that's in there. And there's quite a few colors in here too, but this is for her. Her name is Emily, and she loves Harry Potter, so I am sending this to her. And I actually had it wrapped up for her. My daughter wrapped this up for her, and I had to unwrap it so that I could take it out and show you. So that one is ready to go. This one is a finish from last year. I don't know if I showed it, and it does not want to focus. There we go. And this is part of a gingerbread collection. I don't know if I have the mock-up without the actual pattern. I don't. Well, that's too bad. Anyhow, okay, that's all right. So this comes with 4 little gingerbread men patterns. This is by Doreen Jones on Etsy. I did this one last year, and this is on 22 count Hardinger, and I think it is It is 2/1. So that was last year, and then this year I finished another one. And I brought this one with me to Mississippi while I was visiting my family, and this was the only cross stitch that I brought with me. And these are actually, there's quite a bit of stitching on these little guys. They are somewhere around 1,000 stitches or so, which I know it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you're hanging out with family and you only have maybe a half an hour to an hour, that can be a lot. So, and it's almost full coverage. So he turned out really cute. I'm really excited. I am hoping to have a gingerbread tree next year, and so these will be on my tree. I don't know that I'll have a complete full tree. It might have to be like more of like a miniature tree. That's okay. You got to start somewhere, right? So everyone was kind of giving me like gingerbread ornaments. Oh, elephant in the room. Yeah, let's all talk about how short my hair is really quick. I got this done yesterday. My husband is super sweet, and anytime I say anything about my hair, like I'm not happy with it or something like that, he will make me an appointment and surprise me and say, hey, your appointment is this day at this time or whatever, and he will send me, I don't even have to pay for it, he will send me with money, and I just go and, you know, get a washer and yeah, style and everything. Anyway, it's a little shorter than I wanted. It's starting to grow on me. Yesterday it was really, really tight, like against my head, and so I felt like it made my head like look like this or something. I don't even know. But yeah, it's super short. So elephant in the room taken care of. I can't decide if I like it this short or not. I've had it this short before, but I don't remember it being this like tight against my ears. I don't know. It's anyway. Do I have any other? Oh, of course I have another finish. Everyone else is talking about my finish except for me. Goodness. Okay. So I do in fact have a finish to share with you. This is done on 28 count Monaco, 1/2, 2/2, half cross, full cross. No, it's all full cross. There's no half cross. Anyway, this was a stitch along that I jumped into last year. Some of the Stitchketeers were working on this. So Debbie and Jemima and Diane from Frog and Fudge. There were several of us working on this. Sorry you can't see that corner. It's all rolled up. It's been hanging out. I need to get this framed, but I'm waiting to finish the other one first. This is the Night Fairy. It is a chart that you can still get on Amazon. I got this one. I got the chart at Hobby Lobby years and years and years ago, and it sat in my Stitchy stash forever. And so when those ladies were talking about this pattern, I couldn't say no anymore. I couldn't put it off anymore because it was the moment that I was waiting for to have an excuse, I guess. Actually, probably more of the motivation to pull it out, work on it, and really get into it. The reason why it was so intimidating to get started on it was because I hadn't done anything like on even weave ever before, and this was my first time really stepping out there and doing something on even weave 2/2, and so that really pushed me to do that. And I wanted to show you her face a little closer. So there she is, and this is a very large piece. I'm waiting to get it all framed up until I have the daytime fairy done as well. So that's a funny story about finishing this one. So I worked on this and I was almost done, you guys. I was so close. I had already started the back stitching and I really only had like a couple more hours that I needed to sit down, pull it out and work on it. And I didn't have the motivation. I don't know why. I have no idea why. But then Jemima poked at me and she pulled out hers and then the other ladies pulled out theirs, and Jemima kind of poked at me saying that she was going to beat me. And that competitive nature, I don't have a whole lot of it, but on some stuff it's like, man, it comes out, and that was just the little nudge that I needed to get this finished. So thank you very much, Jemima. I really appreciate you giving me that last little push, and I'm so excited it's done. So thank you very much, and thank you to the rest of you ladies for letting me join in on your stitch along and working on Nighttime Fairy. I really appreciate that, and it was a joy to be encouraged by you all and to stitch with you. I really truly enjoyed it, and I do actually have a small start on the Daytime Fairy. I glanced around. I have one other finish to kind of talk about, and then we'll get to that one. So over December I did a few Flossmas videos. I really wanted to try to do 12 of them, but I just kept on running out of time. I didn't have time to stitch. I didn't have time to edit the filming. I didn't have time to sit and, you know, tell a story. I didn't have time for really the last two that I completed. So I do have the videos kind of backed up doing, you know, that good stuff, but I haven't done the voiceover. Anyway, if you would like me to do it, like if you want me to go ahead and do that voiceover and get them out anytime, that's fine. I was kind of thinking maybe I would shoot for July and do like Christmas in July thing and maybe have those two out. But okay, one of these is not completely finished, but I was able to work on several of these Brooks Books collection Advent animals. This is done on 16 count Ada that I was trying to think of the color as well. It was originally ivory Ada that I hand dyed. I dyed this with royal blue. So I did that with royal blue. So there is a video for the first three, and then I got to Duncan Dog, and I have him filmed, and I can't remember her name. I have her filmed, and I have Cashmere Camel halfway filmed because she's halfway done. But anyway, those are on my Flosstube, and these ones I just need to finish editing and do, you know, the stories and stuff. But what do you guys think about maybe doing those for Jolly July or something? I don't know, that'd be fun. Anyway, these are fun stitches. They are free. You can find them on Brooks Books. If you Google Brooks Books Advent Animals, they are the first thing to come up, and you do have to download each one individually, but all 25 of them are free. And as you can see on mine, I am going to do all 25 of them on one piece, but you can do them however you like. And I just watched the Stitching Moon's Flosstube today as well, and she's about where I am. She's at Cashmere Camel, but her Cashmere Camel is complete. And so I'm thinking about trying to get my camel done so that we're in the same place. And I think she also said too that she's going to try to do more throughout the year. So I am thinking I will have to reach out to her and see if maybe she wants to do a stitch along or something. I don't know, we'll see. That'd be kind of fun. It would definitely motivate me to do to try to keep up with someone. So that's where I am on that one. Let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll show you my little tiny new start on the Daytime Fairy. That's nice. And the pamphlet does come with both of them. So this is the booklet. It's by Leisure Arts. And this is the Daytime Fairy. And I've just started on her. They're both the same size, which is really nice. So I was able to get my Monaco, my DMC Monaco in tubes, and they fit perfectly on those. If you are thinking about doing these pieces on Monaco, you can just grab a tube from Michael's if you are in the States. Wait for them to have a 40% off sale and you'll get that Monaco for like $2, $2.50, something like that, maybe $3. But all right, I'm just getting a needle out of my way. But I have a little start. And it's hard to see, but I do have a corner start on that Day Fairy. So I've got 4 colors started. And the corners are the most fun to do because you have a gradient, and it's some people might not agree with me, but sometimes it's kind of nice to just do like semi-mindless, semi-not mindless stitching. I really enjoy that because you're not changing colors all the time, but you still have to follow the pattern so that you don't get off. But I really love it. It's an interesting concept to some. Okay, so this was a new start when I think my last actual real Flosstube. So I made a project bag for this one. I know you can guess what it is from the project bag. And I got this material from Joann Fabric. I walked in and saw this and fell in love with it. And I was like, yep, that piece has to go on here. So this is a retired chart from Dakota Detweiler. It is What Lies Beneath, and this is a stitch along that you are more than welcome to join us in. I'm stitching this along with several other stitchers, so thank you ladies for stitching that with me. I'm truly enjoying that. Laura, the colorful stitching girl, she's doing the mini. Laura Conrad is doing the regular size like I am. And I don't know your name, I'm so sorry. She's on Instagram. I will link her. She's amazing. She is, she's doing the regular size as well, but she started on the upper left hand side, and so I'm on the upper right, and Laura's right in the middle. She went straight for the Laura Conrad. She went straight for the ship, and so she's working on the ship. And Laura, the colorful stitching girl, she started on the eye. So our other wonderful Instagram friend is starting on the right hand side, and she has just the most amazing progress on the rock. You wouldn't think that a rock could be that amazing, but oh my goodness, it is gorgeous. So I'm stitching this one on 28 count Lugana 1/1 full cross. And like I said, I started this, yeah, you can see that. I started this as a stitch along, and I started this back, I feel like it was, I don't have the date in front of me, but I feel like it was back in August. Yeah, it was August 1st, 2022, because I wanted it to be like my my summer stitching. It's not quite, let me see if that works. That's better. So this is a partial page, this is a full page, and this is a full page. I have basically 3 pages, but it's really 2 and a partial. And I'm sad because I have to put it down for a little bit. Yeah, because I am a seasonal stitcher, and it's time to move on. So that one is at, oh, let me grab my tablet and I can actually tell you where I'm at. Okay, sorry about that. I know I'm kind of a hot mess today. It has been a little while, and I guess I've forgotten how to floss tube because I forgot one of the projects. I was still sitting on my lap stand. So I am very thankful that I had to go get my tablet anyway so that I wouldn't forget, because I totally forgot that I was even working on that one. That's how scatterbrained I am right now. So the What Lies Beneath is up to 4.31%. That one's gonna take a while. That one's so big. It's, goodness, 432,000 stitches. It's almost 433. Like, it's a lot of stitches. Okay, so, all right. Now, next, over my surgery recovery, like the first week and a half right after my surgery, I couldn't do anything. I was stuck on the couch, and I just couldn't move very much. I was in a lot of pain. I had a lot done to my abdomen. I had well, I guess I'll just go ahead and tell you really quickly what I had done, because I haven't really talked about it, but I had my gallbladder removed and my appendix removed, and I also had to have a hernia fixed. I had it all done all at the same time. I had been dealing with gallbladder disease for several years, and it was finally just time. And I had a low-grade infection in my appendix. So yeah, we got all that done right in time, and the surgeon was like, well, while I'm there, you also have this hernia from when you had kids, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix that as well. And that one wasn't, because of where it was and how small it wasn't anything like huge. It wasn't an emergency to get that done or anything, and I didn't even know that I had it. So yeah, I had all of those 3 things done. But anyway, sorry to ramble at you. During that time of recovery, I worked on my Sheena Pike dragon the entire time, because I did not want to think about anything else. I didn't have the mind space, and so I just set a goal for myself and said, you know, let's just try to do this. And if you can get this done, then good for you. If you can't, good for you for trying. So this is where I am on her. This is Marigold. My kids named her Marigold. I love marigolds in the fall, and yeah, it just seemed like a fun little name for her. So what did I get done? I got both of those pumpkins completed. Those are huge. Those pumpkins are huge. I got them completed. I did put some clips on Instagram of those pumpkins coming together, and then I worked more on that ground area underneath of the pumpkins, and then I also worked on the tail. I was thinking maybe I would go all the way over to the tail, finish up the end of the tail, and work my way back. I don't know. I will have to make that decision more tomorrow, because tomorrow is Tuesday and I need to work on her. Okay, Angie, let's play a game. Okay, Angie, where do you want me to work? Do you want me to continue down the tail going this way, or do you want me to go this way, finish the end of the tail, and come back? What do you want me to do? It's on you. Okay, so the reason that I'm calling Angie out on this is because she started this new game, which is really cool, where she spins a wheel and then she has Alicia tell her, like, okay, what are you stitching? Like, this is the goal that she picks, and then Alicia tells her what to stitch. So I can't make up my mind. So Angie, you're gonna have to make it up for me. So what do you think? All right, so this is a stitch along. It is a Sheena Pike stitch along. Everyone's invited. We try to post on Tuesdays if you can. I haven't worked on this since October, and she was my main focus piece for the rest of October, so I could get all of those pumpkins done. So what I was saying is, I was thinking about coming this way, getting this tail end finished, and then coming back to get all of this done, because this is really confetti heavy. So I was thinking maybe it might be better if I come here, but then of course, knowing myself too, I would go for the confetti just to get it done, but I don't know. Anyway, save me. Let me know what I should do. This is the Sheena Pike Sal. Everyone's invited. Please join us if you have a Sheena Pike. It can be Heaven and Earth, or it can be Charting Creations. She did move, Sheena Pike moved to Charting Creations. She doesn't have all the same things that she had on Heaven and Earth Design. So like, My Autumn Dragon is not available anymore. Angie's Sloth is not available anymore, but Angie and several other stitchers are doing like some beautiful like sea turtles and dolphins. Angie has the one in dolphins in a diamond painting rather than in cross stitch, so that's pretty cool. And let's see where I am as far as percentages. Wow, okay, forgot I was this far. 26.48% on Marigold. So one more quick glance at her. And there she is. Okay. So how big were those pumpkins? Well, they were together probably 2 pages worth of Heaven and Earth Designs pages, and we all know how big Heaven and Earth Designs pages. They are pretty monstrous. So the fact that I got that much done over October, I think it got into November a little bit too, working on that, just trying to get those pumpkins done. I was that determined. And I was also reminded working on that how much I actually enjoy being a monogamous stitcher. I know all the projects that I have around me is showing that I work on lots of things, but I actually really truly love working on like one project at a time, so I can see a lot of progress on it. So in my next video, you might not see as many projects, might be a fewer amount of projects, but it will have a lot more to it. But who knows, I might change my mind and be like, this was fun, now I want to work on this. I have no idea. It's different from day to day. Next. I'm talking a lot today. Whoa, half an hour? That's not like me. Sorry. Okay. High-Low. This is also a stitch along. This is by MC Escher. It is also a Heaven and Earth design project. I love MC Escher, and this is one of my favorites ones, so I'm super excited to be working on this. Laura Conrad is doing High-Low along with me. There are quite a few other stitchers that are actually working on High-Low. There are also some other stitchers just working on MC Escher in general. There are actually a couple other places where you can get them. I don't know off the top of my head. However, if you have an MC Escher and you'd like to stitch, I've been using the hashtag Stitch Escher. So hashtag Stitch Escher. And so if you have one, hashtag it. Let's stitch together. Let's see where we're all at. So on this one, I am doing 28 count Monaco 1/1. I'm at 4.12%. Let me move. I've got a few threads I need to move out of the way because they're distracting. There we go. This one is still on the hoop. And there's a fuzzy. Okay, that's better. Okay. So I was determined to get this this window completed, and I am moving on by page to, I'm moving from left to right. And the way that I'm working pretty much all of my full coverage pieces now is I'm working by 10 by 10, and I work in a row going across. And that is really, really working for me because it's a lot like the Royal Rose method, but instead of working by the 2, I'm working in a 1. And it works better personally for me. But I will park to the right if I can. If I can't park to the right because I'm moving, sorry, to the left. If I can't park to the left because I'm moving to the left, I will try to park below. And I'll finish that row, and I'm going by page. So I'll finish the row in the page, and then I'll come back down and work here. So I believe that's a page right there. I think that's a page. So I have a page on this, and then this is the tile of the ceiling. That tiny picture I showed you makes it hard to see what's going on in that one, but this one is ginormous. And but here's the great thing about this one. It doesn't have a whole lot of colors. I think it has like 39 or 40 colors, something like that. But because there's not a whole ton of confetti, it goes so quickly. So I actually really like to have this one as my Stitch 30, my daily Stitch 30 piece, because I can sit there for like a half an hour, and in that time frame I can actually get 100 stitches in. I haven't been doing my Stitch 30. I need to get back into it, but I have to figure out a new way of doing my morning stitching. I used to get up right after my husband would get up for work, and I would do my 30 minutes of stitching before I had to get up and get ready for work. And he started changing his schedule a little bit because he's kind of in charge of himself where he works. And so as long as he gets, his 40 hours in, he doesn't have to be there at like 6 o'clock in the morning anymore. So he was changing his schedule to be able to spend morning time with me, which has been really nice. Morning anymore. So, sorry, distracted. So anyway, I need to pick a good time on when I can do that again. So that's really important. I need to do it. Okay, last one. Yeah? Okay. Last one. For the season of winter, I will be working on my Walk as One. I'm doing this one as a stocking. You can get this one as a regular, regular rectangle, and I want to say they have it a couple of different ways. But anyway, this is by Jody Bergsma. And you can also do, I think they have it where you can have it flipped or whatever. And this one, I am at like 28, let's see, 28.18%. And my goal is to get to 50% by spring, which is like in March. So here is this one. And I just got to a page finish last night. This was my page. I think it goes like this somewhere. I don't remember. Anyway, I did get to a page finish last night, and I'm pretty excited to finally be working on him. I was finishing up this little row right here, and I didn't have this little part done. I had like right there completed, and I like sitting next to my husband. He was on this side of me over on the couch, and I like put down my needle on my needle minder, and I looked over at him and I was like, I'm at his coat. Look it, I got to these blues. I'm at his coat. Because these blues aren't in the rest of the pattern. They're really just specifically for his coat. And there's also a color on his cheek. No, it's like in his lip or cheek or something. I don't know. But in the pattern, there is one color that is literally only 2 stitches, and I got to do one of them. And then the other one I think is in his hand somewhere. So I still have to wait until I get all the way down here somewhere to be able to officially say that I have a color completion. So on just that one color. So I was kind of giggling at myself on that one. I did have some Stitchy kindness. Angie gave me, I think you guys saw these on Instagram. Angie gave me these beautiful needle minders, and it doesn't, oh, that's my finger. Sorry, I'm being goofy. So she gave me these beautiful needle minders that are a great addition to my stitching. I'm able to be reminded of little things that I need to be reminded of, little daily things. And this one is that one's just amazing to inspire. And the next Stitchy kindness that I got 2 bags of DMC from my mother-in-law. One she just sent to me, and no, sorry, it was while she was here. She came to my rescue during my recovery, and she watched the kids and made dinners and stuff like that. Anyway, she brought me this big bag of DMC that she had found at a garage sale, and I was like, whoa, that's super cool. Not realizing that she had more to give me. So I got to her house for Christmas, and she pulls out this crazy orange bag, and she was like, so I don't know what you want to do with this. You can, if you want it, you can have it, that's fine. But if you don't want it, you don't like it, that's totally fine, just throw it away. And I was like, okay, not expecting this. So, you know, when someone says, if you don't like it, you can just throw it away, I'm thinking, well, okay, it's probably not good thread. Like, it's probably, you know, old junky thread. It's DMC, you guys. And like, it's the old way, like, this is really old. It's the old way that people used to manage their DMC. They had these really interesting notebook kind of holders where everything was on a floss card, and they put everything on the floss card, and then it's in here where you can just kind of skim through. And I was thinking about maybe reevaluating this and coming up with a new way of revisiting and renewing this. I think that'd be really cool. But anyway, they do have their numbers on them. I've kind of double checked them. I've looked through them. Now the thing is though, and these were just sitting in someone's attic for who knows how long, but the colors are still right because they were in a bag. They didn't see sunlight or anything else. They, you know, they were protected, and so they're all okay. The only thing is like some of them, like this one, I don't know if you can even see that, but it's been sitting next to this one so long, and it looks like maybe it got some moisture that it's kind of like faded a bit. Anyway, some of them are fine, some of them are not fine, But it is very exciting to be able to use these. They are the older DMC, sorry, and so some of the colors aren't exactly the same, but that's okay. If you are using older DMC, as long as you know that you have enough of it and you put it specifically just for like one project, you're totally fine. Wow, I have talked a lot. I'm sorry. I don't usually do this long with floss tubes. So if you're looking for a quick floss tube to just, you know, you're sitting waiting in the car for 20 minutes and that's, you know, the length of time you're looking for, I'm sorry. I usually like to stay at 20 minutes because I can't usually talk that long. And yeah, but that's okay. You all got a quick little update. I do plan on being here again in February. I will have my update on my walk as one. I don't know what else I will be working on for the month of January yet. I haven't really thought about it. As silly as that is, there has been so many other things going on that really the only thing I've been working on is my stocking. I worked on my Escher this morning because I didn't have to work this morning, and I love working on that one to wake up to. It's relaxing because it has like, it's not all just block stitching and it's not all like confetti or changing. It's like 20 stitches here, and then peppered in we have like 15 stitches here, and like little like blobs of stitching, not like block stitching, but more of like blob here, blob there, and it just kind of works. It's really cool. So that one's really great to wake up to. So I'd really like to figure out getting back into morning stitching on that one because it's really nice. And working on my walk as one, and I've said that like 5 times because I'm trying to think in my head like what else am I working on, and probably nothing. So that's it. That's all the things. I have rambled way too long. Thank you again for coming. Thank you for making it this long. Thanks for sticking through with me, and for being friends with me, for encouraging me, for hanging out with me on Instagram. I have not been as active as I would like to be there. Life has just been a little busy, like I've said a million times now. Hopefully it'll like chill out, all that good stuff. But once it does, I'll be able to be a little more active on there and do more stuff. So that'd be great. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in February. I hope you enjoy the rest of your January. Stay warm out there. I know weather is crazy this year. Stay warm and make snowmen if you can. Bye for now.